Glamour magic, glamour magic. Welcome back to my podcast, y'all. I'm your host, Trishelle. Happy Sunday. How are y'all doing today? You know where to find me. Get into my Twitter at GlamMagicBeauty or my Instagram at GlamourMagicBeauty. Of course, the website, gnb.com or glamourmagicbeauty.com is up and popping. I have a lot of content coming, especially about actual glamour magic rituals and routines and beauty and self-care. I have a lot of content coming, so please just tap into the website and check in because the content is coming all this week. I've already prepped some content today before I started watching P-Valley, but I am here with your P-Valley review, episode 4, Demethrius. I am so excited about it and I'm ready for next episode, so let's just go ahead and kick the review off. Okay, so we open to the Pynk in the middle of a great night, plenty of money and fun, everything is going good, and then we see that lady from season 1 again, the one who was divorced or got divorced, and then she ended up getting her husband's money and was in the Pynk blowing it all and was so encaptured by Keyshawn and I think Mercedes. Well, she's back, and it just so happens that she is, I think, a county health inspector or something like that, and she's back in the club spinning her stimmy. And she goes to the Paradise Room with Toy, and Toy ends up Toy takes off her mask, and then she takes off, what's the lady name? Her name is Lori or something with an L, something like that, with her big ass. But she takes off the divorcee. I'm gonna call her the county health inspector. She takes off the county health inspector's mask, and as she's dancing and whatever, she ends up sneezing in the lady's face, and the lady loses her mind. All hell breaks loose. And I mean, could you really blame her? Somebody just sneezed on her. Disgusting. That's like a nose spit, just bleh. And so she's pissed and she just stops all the fun. Again, mind you, they're in the Paradise Room, but she stops all the fun and she finds Uncle Clifford and she's like, shut this motherfucker down. And somebody was like, well, Toy just has allergies. Right? She was like, it's just my allergies, something like that. I don't have COVID. And she was like, I don't give a fuck. Shut this motherfucker down. This whole club is breaking protocol and breaking inspection and breaking all of these rules. And it's like, bitch, you got you some motherfucking nerve. You really trying to, you know what I'm saying, get jiggy with the Pynk, and you was just throwing money. You was just up in there not giving a fuck about a health, you know what I'm saying, rule or a health inspection, and now you want to go in and do the most. And it's like, girl, you know what I'm saying, pick your poison, bitch. You can't have it all, you know. But these bitches, they're gonna be what they are, and that's bitches. And so she up in there, you know what I'm saying, giving hell to Uncle Clifford, and Uncle Clifford look around and he damn, nobody in here is wearing a mask. And I like that about P-Valley because the writers never fail to show the reality of shit. And it's that's true. Back when COVID was popping off, y'all know motherfuckers wasn't wearing their masks, motherfuckers was taking them off, and y'all know how I feel about COVID, so I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. But I'm not under the programming of COVID. So if you're under that programming and what I say makes you upset, you're programmed. But I'm not here for all of that, you know what I'm saying, just fuckery. Look, they got to make money, okay? Most restaurants, clubs, bars, if you work in hospitality and tourism, you was breaking, all of them places and businesses were breaking COVID protocol, because if you followed protocol, you were going to lose your business. That's just pure fact. If you followed the protocol, you were not going to have a business very long. To be honest, the laws were designed to benefit big businesses and big corporations and to fuck over small businesses. Do you know how many small businesses closed during COVID? And that's part of what's going on with the Pynk, is they're, you know what I'm saying, they're having a lot, they're a hospitality business, they're a close contact business, service industry business, and they are not, of course, those businesses do not align with having a fucking pandemic. And with all the, laws and protocol and this and this and that, look, at the end of the episode, you see the Pynk, you know what I'm saying, closed and they've had to keep reopening because every time they try to move, the county and the laws try to stop them. And I'm just saying, y'all, I know a lot of people are under the programming of, oh, people are dying and people are getting sick, but you do have to understand that, again, I've already talked about how COVID is a frequency virus, as that's comes from Dr. Indy Einstein, and it is when you look into it with them turning up the frequency and frying y'all from the fucking inside out and making y'all sick. Okay, so we've already talked about that if you've been a long listener here, but people really are, businesses really were falling apart, and people need jobs, and that's part of the reason why, because in my perspective, I don't give a fuck about the Pynk. I feel like Autumn feel about the Pynk, or Hailey feel about the Pynk. I feel like fuck the Pynk. There's more to life than stripping. There's more to life than a strip club. But on the other hand, these people, they're going through COVID. Most of the small businesses in this town, that's already a small, underprivileged town that's full of poverty, especially the ethnic people, because things tend to impact us the worst. You know what I'm saying? Those people, like that club is kind of all they have. And even if they did want to quit and go work somewhere else, the other small businesses in Chocolisa are also dying. And other people who are not stripping and dancing and working nightlife are also struggling to survive. So see again how in my opinion, the federal government and the powers that be set laws and protocol that crush the small guy and only benefits the big guy. So that, I didn't mean to go on a tangent, but I'm just really here to try to wake some of my new listeners up who haven't been riding with me for a while. Please see through the programming bullshit. And I'm definitely going to talk about more programming on this episode because it was running all through this episode. Now, she gives the county health bitch, she gives them 24 hours to get the club together. And of course, people have to start coming to the club to get the club up to all of these outrageous fucking protocol procedures. So a lot of the dancers in the club, the staff come to help. And then Duffy, I guess Big L made a call to Duffy, and then Duffy comes through and has some migrant workers or some immigrant workers help out with getting the club up to standard. But in the end, that still kind of doesn't help because, more shit pops off. But, okay, like, they try. But, let's see. So that was like the beginning. Just a lot of fuckery going on in the beginning. Roulette is doing the most because after that happens with like the COVID lady, when she comes to the back and she sees all this was going on, it just comes out that Roulette been sucking dick. And I think Brazil was provoking her, and she was provoking her. But Roulette is a wild child. Roulette is a troublemaker. She's a self-sabotager, like a lot of the young ladies in that establishment. Like a lot of people are self-sabotagers, but definitely a lot of people who work certain types of jobs or in certain industries tend to be more self-sabotaging or tend to have more self-sabotaging tendencies than others. And Roulette is definitely a self-sabotager. I do not like the way she went off on that girl. Roulette, I know she exposed you, but to be honest, you only went off on her because it was true. And I just am not a person, I don't like that hood mentality. I hate that hood shit. And Roulette is the definition of, that's why I was tweeting. If you tap into the Twitter page, I was live tweeting while watching the show. And I was just saying, like, Roulette remind me of a younger Mercedes because they both are so hood and so rough around the edges and have such a, such an energy, such an aggressive energy about themselves. And I'm a black woman, so I'm not saying aggressive in a racist way. Them two are rough around the edges and they do have an aggressive streak. And they are your stereotypical hood, always want to fight stripper. And I do not like that type of energy. And those type of girls don't like girls like me. Those type of girls think girls like me are uppity and bougie and think we all of that. But it's just like, bitch, you think I'm all of that because look at how you run around acting. Like, I just don't, them two just remind me of a lot of hood bitches who I've met who just do not like soft-spoken, soft and dainty feminine girls because they just need to turn the fuck down. I do not like the way she put her hands on that girl. Yes, Brazil provoked her, but Roulette, if it wasn't true, bitch, and if you wanted to be on some cool shit about it and really not, do the fucking most, I would have just been like, child, I don't know what the fuck you heard. I would have denied that shit. And I would have just, let the shit be hearsay because you giving it all of that energy exposed that, yes, bitch, you are the reason. You just confirming what Mercedes was thinking, which is, bitch, how everybody else only counting this amount of money and you just happen to be counting up a big bag of money. It's because you was sucking peen, bitch. And now you mad because you've been caught out and now you want to get all ugly and jiggy with it. Nah, ho. Like, stop sucking dick then if you mad because bitch is calling you out. That's really how I feel. If you gonna do it, I would be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or I would have just been like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about, bitch. These bitches is lying. These bitches is hating. I would have never admitted to that shit, and I definitely wouldn't have gotten all out, ball out with this girl. Like, Roulette, you need help, bitch. And then she gonna go over there and get fucking consoled by Duffy thotty ass. I'm like, girl, it's only a matter of time before Duffy consoling you with his pain. I am not here for y'all two with y'all tragic ass love story no more. I'm not here for it. Last episode I didn't give a fuck, but this time I'm not here for it, because it's just like, Roulette, I kind of want you out my motherfucking sight. And as far as Duffy, I want you out my sight too. If you're not about to save Roulette and get her out this motherfucking club, then I don't want nothing to do with you, Duffy. Like, because I'm really not here for him getting back with Gidget. Some of y'all are, but I don't know. I just feel like, you know, I'm here for him and Roulette, but it's just like, I'm here for them doing better and getting the fuck about that club. Not him still pushing pills or her still pushing P. But as I digress, let's see. I think it was really funny of them imitating the ladies from Bella's Noches. That was so hilarious, because those women are iconic as fuck. People just gotta be walking next to me. But that was super fucking iconic, because those women made the news. They are they are like Black Hood royalty, so I'm definitely here for them two being referenced. But the two ladies on the news talking about if we can't go to the Pynk, where could we go? That shit was hilarious, and shout out to those ladies. The real life ladies who were talking about, if we can't go to Bella's Noches, where can we go? That shit is hilarious and TV gold. And then moving on to Patrice running for mayor. What the fuck, Patrice? You ain't shit. You do not need to be running for motherfucking mayor. But the thing about Patrice is a scamming ass bitch. But Patrice has a good talk game, because she really be convincing people. Like, she really be getting people to listen to her. That's the thing about scammers. All scammers got good talk game. They all have that in common, whether they're pastors, whether they swipe cards, whether they push weight, whether they're just con artists, whether they sugar babies who got tricks. People who scam or get it off the backs of others have game on 1,000 trillion. They really do. And Patrice is no motherfucking different. No matter how raggedy or how sorry the bitch is, Patrice touches people. And I just wish she would use her gift for good, because she's using it. I feel like Patrice is a double-edged sword. I feel like on one hand, Patrice really do want to do right. She really do want to be a lady of the Lord and really is on some save shit. But on the other hand, she is such your typical, you know what I'm saying, like nasty church bitch. And I don't like that about her. And I don't like the way she do her fucking daughter with her jealous ass. Like, her jealous, narcissistic ass. She is your typical textbook narcissistic black mother. That is Patrice. She is textbook narcissistic black mother abuser, and I'm just not here for the hoe. And she really did. Here's another thing I don't like about Patrice. Patrice is your typical Democrat. She reminds me of Maxine Waters, because she was up there on the news preaching, just loving the camera time, but up there preaching about the unarmed black man who got shot. And, you know, she was really touching Roulette, but it's just like, you know, Patrice, you are the niggas I hate, because niggas like you don't really mean black people no well. All you want is their money out their pocket. All you want, Patrice, is their money and their vote. You're gonna say whatever it takes to appeal to the typical nigga with nigga mentality who wants to, you know what I'm saying, or who's so used to that Democratic narrative, who wants to feel sorry for themselves, who wants to take no accountability, no responsibility, who wants to get it easy, who wants to play the victim, who wants to act like and blame the white man for everything. Like, no, I'm not here for it. And you know what you do, Patrice, or what Patrice is doing? Patrice is I'm telling you, she is reading straight out of the typical black Democratic campaign or nominee campaign playbook, because she's up here appealing to, again, the disimpoverished or the impoverished black person with nigga mentality, and appealing to their emotions. All of that emotional preaching, those emotional words, that emotional turn, that motherfucking emotional circus her scamming ass was putting on. And who was she touching? A self-sabotaging person like Roulette, who talking about some, who's a troublemaker, self-sabotaging, and she talking about, oh, my brother, got shot and he was unarmed and a broken tail light. But the thing about it is, Roulette, okay, the truth is your brother was in the wrong. He did have a broken tail light. It didn't warrant him dying, but we also don't have the context of what happened. You giving it from your perspective without a whole bunch of details. You say, I know he was unarmed. Do you know? And it's like, even if your brother was unarmed, you weren't there, so you can't really give us a full recount on if your brother did get jiggy with that cop. Do I believe that these black men need to be getting murked? No. And white people be saying fuck the cops all the time. But I'm saying as black people, I do think that we don't like to take accountability, because when you look at a lot of these people who have been murked by the cops, a lot of them do have records. Period. Like, I'm not about to sit here and act. Is the murder wrong? Yes. Do they be having records and be criminals? Yes. Two things can be true. And I just know that the narrative that black people are forever victims, especially black men with all the crime that they've been doing lately, there's this narrative that the Democratic Party likes to push on black people, that black people are forever victims and that the white man is the ultimate enemy, when that's not true. Black people are the ultimate enemy to ourselves. And we like to try to shift the accountability onto white people and other non-black people instead of taking responsibility. That's keeping ourselves in a perpetual state of victimhood and always making it seem like it's a big bad, non-black wolf out there, when that's not true. Yes, non-black people typically do have issues with black people for no fucking reason, but black people do have our ways. And you can look at any motherfucking news channel and see some of the fuckery that is on that news, particularly with black men. And I'm gonna go in, because black women are out here working, getting jobs, going to school. They got black women who out here still with the bullshit. I see it every day. But you know what? Y'all like to talk shit about the black girls who want to sell lashes and do lashes and do nails and do weave, and I be going in on them sometimes too, because I know they be scamming. But here's the truth: I would rather our black girls out here trying to become entrepreneurs, quote unquote, whether they overcharging you or not, than out here robbing, scheming, killing, and murdering. Because it's too many motherfucking black men out here who are stealing cars, and people are dying in the process. I almost was a victim of that bullshit. I'm lucky to be alive, fucking around with these super gremlins. No, see, it's the black men who are promoting that. So I'm gonna need black women and black men as a community to take fucking responsibility and accountability of our actions. Not everything is the white man. And I'm here to just really try to deprogram y'all, because this episode was full of programming. I love P-Valley, but I peeped the fucking programming. And that Democratic programming is the truth. Black people vote Democratic most of the time because the Democratic Party has us programmed. And I'm not trying to tell you that things are any better on the red side, because the truth is they both work to fucking together to keep people, period, divided. But you gotta see through all of the fuck shit. And as black people, accountability is the first step in getting out of poverty and leveling up. Mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, everything. So I'm not here for Roulette. Roulette is, again, look at what kind of person Roulette is. Didn't I compare her to Mercedes? Two people who are very low vibrational in nature. So I'm here. Come on, we can talk about it. Y'all can drag me. We can fight on Twitter, but let's go. And I feel like Patrice is a snake. Patrice don't give a fuck about nobody in Chucalissa but her goddamn self. Patrice is not for the people. Bitch, you snaked your own daughter out of 20 G's. You don't give a fuck about people in Chucalissa, the blacks or the whites. You damn sure don't give a fuck about some random unarmed black men that you don't fucking know, that you didn't know. You don't give a fuck, Patrice. And black people, stop getting swooned by niggas in silk blouses and loafers. Stop getting snaked by niggas who are fucking politicians and business owners and in churches, because most of those, upper class black people don't give a fuck about black people as a whole, and they damn sure don't give a fuck about nobody, period, that's poor. Patrice is appealing to the emotions of the black people in Chucalissa, and I don't like that about her. She is a snake. She is one of them boule niggas, period. And niggas like Roulette are falling for it. Because they got the hood mentality and they don't know how to fucking think for themselves. And that's the pure truth. And y'all can hate me for it, but I'm gonna come here and spill the fucking truth to y'all, because I'm tired of snakes like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Martin Luther fucking King. I'm tired of Maxine Waters, and a whole bunch of other them fucking snake-ass niggers who like to run around like they really give a fuck about black people. They will sacrifice your ass for a check before you can even say your fucking name. You better wake up. And then let me get on, I'm gonna just leave with that, because y'all already know what it is, and I've been completely honest about the truth of that bullshit. And then let me get on, who else? Because I really don't fuck with Roulette like that. Like, after she put her hands on Brazil, nah, bitch, like, you too ghetto for me. You need to get your attitude together and get your fucking mind right. And I'm glad that she admitted, you know what I'm saying? That she was like, what, you want to fire me? And it's just like, because you know that you a troublemaking ass bitch, Roulette. I'm not fucking with you. You better level up your mindset. And if you got a problem with what I'm saying, you can check your mindset. Something is going on with you. Let me get on, Mississippi. Oh, yes. Like I was saying, before I move on, Patrice and the Democratic Party keep black people in a state of confusion, emotion, anger, and victimhood. And that's all I have to say on that. I wanted to make sure I added anger and confusion, because look at how Roulette started crying and all that bullshit. And speaking of, because I'm going to go ahead and jump to Big Teak. Big Teak is another one. When Big Teak was watching the news, notice how angry Big Teak got. And he was mad and was about to fight Rome and was about to fight all them people. And it's just, and Rome was right. We do tear down our own communities, because every time black people get mad, a lot of times we go to our own neighborhoods and we fucking tear down shit. And it's like, no, bitch, go down on Wall Street. Go to Nancy Pelosi neighborhood. Go to these motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Go to your local politician neighborhood and tear up they shit. They the ones making the fucking laws. Stop bringing the economic value down in your own fucking communities. And of course, sorry ass, in and out of jail ass, niggas like Big Teak don't like niggas like Rome. Bitch, Rome get in the bag. You might want to get like him. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like, get the shit together, because the programming is fucking real. Big T watching that news and got mad angry and was killing the fucking vibe because that TV had programmed him. And I'm so glad. That's to show you television programming. The way that Big T got angry after watching the news and was about to pop off on all of them people, about to hit a fucking woman with his DL ass. Trying to fucking hit this woman, and it's like about to, or trying to threaten to hit, you know what I'm saying, Gidget. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it don't got nothing to do with Gidget being white. It don't got nothing to do with Gidget being white. Nigga, everybody was having a good motherfucking time, and you was over there watching that motherfucking stupid box, and now you ready to fight all these people in this party who ain't did shit to you. You getting all riled up on some shit that you ain't even